most important for the head coaches.
What's fascinating to me, Kevin, when you listen to coaches talk is whether you're a championship coach or a first-year coach, one of the biggest things you have to do is figure out your rotations.
And checking out Utah's opening lineup, we've got Jusuf Nurkic. Lauri Markkanen is out there with Keontae George. And it's Hendricks in at the power forward. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
Name a type of shot. Keontae George can hit it. More than capable of scoring at all three levels.
The Jazz shooting their first shots from the stripe in this game.
Yeah, and fairly decent a season ago, about 77% from the line.
That's good from George. And maybe more than any team in the West, GA, the Jazz, really committing to the rebuild.
Well, in the West, it seems like you got 13 or 14 teams all trying to win now.
Get us going here.
It just doesn't work that way. So it's not just about talent. It's also about time.
From inside the 5.
And so he hits both.
This is definitely not the guy to foul. He loves getting to the free throw line.
Doncic against George. Whistle blows. Bucket is good. He'll have a chance at the line to make it a three-point play.
Luka Doncic has a big, strong frame. The N1 chance, nicely done.
And as the days and months go by, Greg, it still may take us some time to get over the shock of last season's trade of Luka Doncic.
And we know the question marks as far as conditioning and defense that led to it. But hard to bet against the talent of his caliber.
And that one misses.
What you love about Luka Doncic is he's this unique combination of size and skill. He could really play cross-positionally. He makes shots at all three levels, so dangerous.
Here's Doncic following the bucket by the Jazz.
And I like to see this. They're calling his number early, and he's delivering.
They know that if this guy goes off, their chances of winning rise exponentially.
Here's Mikhailuk. Pass to Markkanen. There's the drive. Doncic with the steal. Smart wide open. He fires. Buries the long-range jumper.
Well, though he's not known as a prolific three-point shooter, Marcus Smart takes his time, delivers. That's a big-time shot.
Now, here's George. And they double up Markkanen. Fires the three. George, no good.
Boy, that's a case where he may have been too focused on answering back with his own three.
Reeves in the corner. Off the mark there with the three-point shot.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
There's the lob to Markkanen. And stolen by Ayton. Smart on the wing. Down low, Nurkic with the steal. Markkanen against Reeves. Pass to Nurkic. It's George on the wing, guarded by Doncic. And it's George finishing it off.
Some power coming from the PG.
Ah, that's right, GA. Seeing more and more of that these days. Backcourt guys who can elevate.
We know versatility is huge in this game. Just a tremendous job finishing that play. Wow.
So it's the Jazz now, after Luka Doncic's three-pointer that didn't go. George looking over the floor. Pass to Markkanen. That gives them the lead.
Well, given Markkanen is 7 feet tall, feeding him on the interior is probably a good decision. That's a nice touch by the big man.
Now here is Hachimura. Ayton a screen on Markkanen. Tries from 10. Reeves gets the bucket.
Now, this is a guy who wants to score, so don't let him catch a rhythm.
Doncic against George. The shot by Markkanen, nobody around, and he's good on the three ball. Markkanen's got 5 points so far.
Well, nice job to capitalize right there in an instance where all you got to do is catch and shoot.
Pass to Reeves. Trying to answer back, but that three is off the mark. Utah's gone 1 of 2 from long range in the first quarter. George. It's rebounded by Doncic. For Los Angeles, they've gone 4 of 7 from the field, shooting over 50%. On the wing, Doncic. And they double up Doncic. Here's Hachimura. And the three off target. The Jazz with the lead. Here's Mikhailu. Pass to Nurkic. And that one, good.
Yusuf Nurkic is an absolute beast. If he has carved out space close to the bucket, no chance for a defender.
Reeves with the screen for Smart. Los Angeles with another miss. For the Lakers, they won their last contest, that game against San Antonio. Up high to stuff the alley-oop.
Oh, and the lead gets bigger on a ridiculous offensive sequence.
That dunk alone would have been spectacular. Never mind it coming at the end of an alley-oop. Doncic, no good. And here are the Jazz now. They're on an 11-2 run. Markkanen into the lane. And Markkanen throws it down.
And creating a little separation here, gaining some confidence.
Well, if you continue to execute at both ends, you can build on this lead.
And so J.J. Redick will call a timeout. He's going to take a minute here to get things straightened out.
A moment now to see the numbers for Smart. How he performed last season. Averaged about 9 points per game, 3 assists and 2 rebounds. And it's always nice to be able to bring a shooter like him off the bench.
Well, hard to win if you can't get points productivity, and that's what makes this guy valuable to that second unit.
Hachimura the pass to Smart. Hachimura setting the pick for Smart.
In building this lead, they've done a terrific job finishing their defensive sequences with the backboard. That has been key.
Markkanen can't get it to go. And so Doncic will bring it up for Los Angeles. 8-point game. This is their first chance to take a look at the Jazz this season.
And although they were the better team last year by overall record, this was a competitive matchup for them.
Here's Mikhailu. After Los Angeles picked up 3 with their last shot. Smart goes in. Pass to Reeves. Back to Smart. Lakers passing it around. From the arc. The shot's good on the assist by Doncic. Smart's got 6 points.
And that's back-to-back threes. The D just seems to be slacking off a little bit.
Here's the screen. Markkanen from outside. Pass to Hendricks. From deep. That one no good. Lakers have gone 6 of 13 from the field, just under the 50% mark. And that one's good. Hachimura.
Oh, great ball movement there.
And the Jazz with possession here. Outside, Markkanen. For three. Markkanen missing again. Lakers have gone an even 50% from the field. They are 7 of 14 for the game. Pass to Reeves. Doncic against George. 5 on the clock. Here's Hachimura. And the dunk by Hachimura.
Wow, the ability to get off your feet in a hurry. Rui Hachimura with the dunk.
And so it's Utah here with the ball. Trailing by 2. And so the timeout by Will Hardy here. Coach is going to take a few minutes to regroup and go over the strategy. And the Lakers with some changes. Jake LaRavia is checked in for Austin Reeves. Connect comes in for Smart. And Smith's subbed in for Doncic. Kyle Filipowski's checked in for the Jazz. Collier comes in for Mikhailuk. Here's Collier. The Jazz with another miss.
Just doing the job on the backboard.
Hachimura against Markkanen. Hachimura kicks to Smith. To the paint. Here's LaRavia. And LaRavia slams it in.
Yeah, I love the communication and the chemistry between those teammates.
And the Jazz with possession here. 4-point game coming off that loss against the Timberwolves.
And defensively in that one, they needed to come up with big stops to quiet that crowd. And that's obviously easier said than done.
I'll tell you this, it looked like they wanted to get out of town as quickly as possible. The problem is their defense went with them.
The Lakers with the ball, following the missed shot by Nurkic. Ayton a screen on George. Smith for three. Rebound by Nurkic. Nurkic has got 7 rebounds in the game. On the wing, George. It's stolen by Smith. Pass to Ayton. And it's Connect in the corner. Hachimura finds LaRavia. Just 5 on the clock. Out to Smith. From downtown. Rebounded by the Jazz. There's 1:59 left in the first quarter. Pass to Nurkic. Kicks it out to Markkanen. Drills the three-pointer. Markkanen's got a couple of threes now in the first for the Jazz.
And with that 3 ball, he puts a halt to the 12-point run by the Lakers.
Back to Smith. 1:30 left to play in the first quarter. His first shot coming late. Filipowski grabs the board.
Well, this guy typically a nice touch from mid-range, but obviously can't make them all.
That puts them in the lead. And the Jazz lead by 1. Guys, no one team gaining control early on.
Yeah, and you look at the lead changes, 6 already.
LaRavia passes to Hachimura. Stolen by Markkanen. Pass to Collier. Here's George. Markkanen sets the pick for George. Lets the 3 fly. Markkanen dishes to George. Shoots over Hachimura. And it's George missing.
No doubt he's struggling right now from the field. Let's see if he can get it going this quarter.
Smith for three. Third time is not the charm. 0 for 3 from the floor so far. Pass to George. Just 2 seconds between shot clock and gameplay. There's a good screen. From 11 feet away, it doesn't go for him.
Oh, he will kick himself for that one. That was a tremendous opportunity.
A good close contest so far as we finish the first quarter. Jazz lead by 1. We've got more hoops coming your way in just a moment. Some good action already in this one, but a fairly even matchup after the first quarter of play. And taking a look at the Jazz performance here, guys, what have they been doing or not doing?
Well, when you control the glass, you control the second chance opportunities on both ends.
And that's how they controlled the first quarter. I thought they were the much more physical team.
On the floor for Utah, getting going here in the second quarter. Kyle Filipowski is out there with Kevin Love. Then there's Bailey. Then it's Collier. And it's Sensabaugh in at the 2. Here's Bailey. He had a 12-point outing in their last game against the Timberwolves in Minneapolis.
And you know, guys, the other thing I really appreciated about his effort in that game was the effort and work on the glass. What a well-rounded performance.
Now, LaRavia. Following the 3-point attempt by Kevin Love. Reeves right side. Rebound Love.
That's not the type of opportunity he fails to convert very often.
Pass to Collier. Out to the right wing. Another miss by Utah. The Lakers leading. And guys, hold on now. I'm getting word we have Shams Charania calling in. Shams, what do you have for us?
Thanks. Well, Ace Bailey's draft journey was highly scrutinized, and it wasn't just his height. But at the combine, he measured over 2 inches shorter than he'd been listed in college. Rather, his refusal to work out for any team surprised a lot of folks and executives around the league. But it didn't scare off the Jazz, who selected him 5th overall.
Not everyone can shoot like him. Thanks so much for the report, Shams. Here's Reeves. 5 points in the game. The Lakers need to get a shot off here. Here's Connect. A rebound by the Jazz. And here in the second quarter of action with a hair under 2.5 minutes played so far. Bailey with a wide open look. That doesn't go in. Had a chance, though, to take the lead. Reeves outside. Back to Connect. Nice ball movement here by the Lakers. LaRavia finds Connect. Shoots over Collier. Connect. No good. Utah's got nothing but zeros from long range in the second quarter. 0 of 4. Got a hand on it. Fast break. The Lakers. LaRavia inside. Scored the basket. His second of 2 attempts.
I'll tell you, allow him to get to his spot, and it's over, right? Defense unable to even challenge the shot.
They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
And so the timeout by Will Hardy here. Coach is going to talk some things over with the team. Might be seeing something to adjust. Some changes for the Lakers. Andre Ayton's checked in for Hayes. Hachimura comes in for Vanderbilt. And Luka Doncic subbed in for Connect. The Jazz also changing it up. Hendricks is checked in. And Lauri Markkanen subbed in for Bailey. So it's the Jazz now. Still looking for their first basket since the first quarter. Here's Mikhailuk. He's defended by Reeves. Trying to end the drought. Clock at 4. The score now all even. Markkanen's got 13 points.
Now this shows you how dynamic Lauri Markkanen is as a scorer. If he feels good, boy, the numbers come in a hurry.
The 3 for Doncic. He made that one. Basket number 3 for him. He's also missed 2.
And guys getting into a nice groove here, starting to feel it.
And this is partly what the game has become, right? A matter of dueling three-point opportunities.
Here's Collier. He's coming off a 10-point game against the Timberwolves in Minneapolis. Filipowski finds Markkanen. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. Lakers leading by 3. Pass to Hachimura. And here is Ayton. He had 22 points in the win against San Antonio.
You know what else impressed me? How infectious his tenacity was. Simply a wrecking ball on the boards, collecting huge amounts of rebounds.
So it's the Jazz now after Luka Doncic hitting the 3. And there's the whistle. Illegal screen. Let's take a look at the numbers for Luka Doncic.
When a pick like that is questionable and creates that much of an advantage for the offense, you have to blow the whistle.
I don't think there's any question. There are so many rules that favor the offense these days. You've got to be able to equal things out when an illegal screen is set.
Los Angeles making a switch here. Smart's checked in. Nurkic checked in for the Jazz. Reeves with it. He's guarded by Markkanen. Smart kicks to Doncic. Back to Smart from outside the arc. Markkanen pulls it in. Jazz trail by 6. Here's Collier. Pass to Hendricks. The Jazz again can't hit it.
And I think that one could have easily have fallen for him.
Here's Ayton. Oh, and the jam by Ayton.
Well, incredible finesse. DeAndre Ayton gets loose and does some work.
And so the timeout by Will Hardy here. Coach needs a moment to talk things over. Well, you often hear that the skill level in the league has never been higher, Greg, and some say this is the peak of the game. What do you think?
And I'll tell you this, Kevin, I'm not complaining. If the league can improve upon this, the sky is really the limit.
Jazz trail by 8. Pass to Mikhailuk. Bounce pass Markkanen. The Jazz working the ball around now. And it's Collier missing. And Reeves has got the ball here for the Lakers. And here is Hachimura. And he can't extend the lead to double digits.
Well, that's the opportunity they're looking for, just not the result, obviously.
Reeves against Markkanen to end the run. Rebound the Lakers. Now here is Hachimura. He had a 15-point outing in their last game against San Antonio.
They are just killing them on the interior.
And this is his first trip to the line tonight.
You know, this is not an area where they expect him to contribute. You know, he's a guy that shot below 70% last season.
George is checked in for Collier.
I think what you like most about DeAndre Ayton is probably how efficient he is on the offensive end. Now, obviously, the next step, he's got to raise his game and defensive intensity on that end of the floor.
Here's Hendricks. He can't get that one. Good work defensively by Hachimura. Doncic with it. George picks him up. Basket counts. Doncic has got the lead up to 13 now for Los Angeles. Utah is shooting at a 32% clip from the field. They're just not executing. Here's Markkanen. It's good from about 19 feet. Markkanen's got 5 points in the quarter.
Boy, the mechanics of Markkanen's shooting is just so pure. You feel like it's going down every time he shoots it.
Reeves the pass to Ayton. And Ayton throws it down.
Oh, he just punches that one down with a fury.
He rubs it in a little deeper with the hanging finish. Pass to Hendricks. For the three. Rebounded by DeAndre Ayton. Ayton's got 5 rebounds tonight. Now here's Smart. Tight defense on him. Here's Reeves. Rebound, Utah.
No other way to put it. Just a poor shooting performance for him. But luckily, his teammates have picked up the slack.
Back to George. Nurkic setting the pick for George. Keeps it alive. Lakers leading by 13. Here's Smart. And the foul on Rui Hachimura. That is his first foul of the game.
Go the other way.
The Lakers making a switch here. Hayes is checked in. Jazz trail by 13. Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively for sure.
And out of bounds as Los Angeles gains possession. And now we'll look at the upcoming schedule for the Jazz. On Monday, they'll go up against Julius Randle and the Minnesota Timberwolves. And then on Tuesday, they'll be playing against Pascal Siakam and the Indiana Pacers.
And guys, nothing can cure your sorrows more than some home cooking. This team has been in a rough patch of late, so this homestand probably coming at just the right time.
And here's Doncic from the arc. And the rebound by Nurkic. Nurkic has got 9 rebounds now tonight. Pass to Hendricks. Powered down after the assist. Let him into the lane.
Man, you lay that pass out there just like a great quarterback. Let your teammate run to it.
Zadibi, after winning the Most Improved award back in 2023, it's been hard for Markkanen to reach that level again.
I think one thing that happens, Kevin, when you become the focal point of the opponent's scout, you're getting the best defender. You might be getting multiple defenders, and that takes some time to adjust to.
Jazz trail by 11. Markkanen passes to George. Here's Hendricks. Pass to Markkanen. George against Doncic. Markkanen a screen on Doncic. And he trims the lead to single digits. That's 7 points for George.
And developing that 3-ball shot, George is putting in the work now.
Doncic finds 8. Here's Ayton. He's got 7. Smart passes to Hayes. Doncic looking it over. Clock is at 3. A 3-ball.
He's cooled down a little bit after draining those 2 3-pointers in the first quarter.
Doncic against George. Markkanen passes to Mikhailuk. Outside, George. Nurkic a screen on Doncic. Markkanen from outside. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. Doncic has got rebound number 5 here tonight. Lakers passing it around. Launches a 3. It's Luka, the long-range marksman.
And things starting to click from three-point land. Nothing in the first quarter, but he's hit 3 triples here in the second.
Back to George. Latre. And it's Ayton with the rebound. Ayton's got 7 rebounds in the game.
Gosh, it feels like he's pressing a little bit, and obviously playing from behind doesn't help. Boy, this guy making the most of his chances here, really giving his team a lift.
Markkanen from outside. Rebounded by the Lakers. Ayton's got rebound number 8 here tonight in the game. And he lobs it up toward the rim. Stolen by George. Just 2 seconds between shot clock and game clock. Outside, Markkanen. Pass to Hendricks. Off target with his three. And so it's the Los Angeles Lakers with a 14-point lead as we bring the quarter to a close. And if they keep draining the threes like they've been so far, their lead is safe. And we've got more on 2K Sports coming your way after this break.
Greetings, everybody. Before we review the first half, let's take an early season peek at how the Western Conference is shaking out so far.
You take a look at the Lakers. This team wants to do big things, Shaq-sized things. And I got to say, they're looking almost as dominant as Kenny.
Easy, big fella, but I got to say, they are making it look easy, here in this early part of the season at least. Let us take some time now to talk about the first half, a commanding performance for the Los Angeles Lakers.
Anytime they sniff the paint, it's a bucket, and they found different ways to do it.
Yeah, their game plan gets the Shaq seal of approval, get it inside, and hit them hard.
And that's all for us. Now it's time to send it back to Kevin Harlan for the beginning of the third quarter.
And with a big gap on the scoreboard, the second half begins with very different goals for these teams. One side trying to mount a comeback, one side trying to protect their lead. You know, Luka Doncic has been exceptional here, guys.
And you know he's going to put up points every time out, but boy, he made it look so easy in that first half.
Now let's see if he continues that trend the rest of the way. He certainly has the talent and the endurance to do just that.
Hachimura is the 4 with 8 and play in the 5. Luka Doncic out there with Smart. And it's Reeves in at the 3. That's who's in the game for the Lakers. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
The defense knows they've got to stay attached to Luka, so he smartly turns it into a whistle.
And this will be his second and third shots at the line here.
Had a success rate from the line last year of about 78%.
The first free throw is good.
Ask any of the elite defenders in the NBA, and they'll tell you Doncic is one of the toughest to guard. He's got size. He's got skill. He can get downhill. He mixes his pace. So much to contend with when you're dealing with Luka Doncic.
That free throw is good from Doncic. Jazz trail by 16. George dishes to Nurkic. Outside, George. There's the pick. On the wing, Markkanen. A rebound by the Lakers. They've got the Hawks ahead of them in their next game, and it's in Atlanta. They hit the road with that, the first of a 5-game run. Here's Hachimura. It's rebounded by Mikhailuk. Jazz shooting just 31% in the game. Here's George. Nice D from Doncic. Lakers leading by 16. Reeves finds Doncic. Markkanen with the block.
That's just great work on the defensive end by Lauri Markkanen. You can see his length come into play.
And George, here we go. Plays it up and banks it in. George has got 9.
Terrific play call to give him a clean look at the rim. That's how you want to start the second half.
Well, there is nothing better than catching a rhythm as early as possible, and boy, that's a terrific start right there.
It's good from long range.
The defense is far too slow to close out on those three-point attempts.
They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
Markkanen kicks to George. Nurkic setting the pick for George. And it's George again missing.
Boy, what a frustrating, sluggish start to this half. Brutal.
And you know a drive is coming from Reeves, but you still can't stop it.
Jazz trail by 19. George passes to Nurkic. Nice ball movement by Utah. There's a screen. Outside, Markkanen. No good from outside.
Boy, a brutal start to the half. 1 for their first 5 attempts.
Reeves the pass to Ayton. Goes straight through the defender for the dunk. Draws the foul. He'll go to the line. It's going to be on Yusuf Nurkic.
Never afraid of a little physicality. Mr. Ayton, the and one.
This is his second trip to the free throw line. And the free throw, no good. Jazz trail by 21. Markkanen looking it over. Pass to Nurkic. Outside, George. Another miss by Utah.
Well, he went into the locker room with 1 3 to his credit, and he's still looking here for number 2.
And the ball travels out of bounds. It was last touched by Smart. And a chance to now check out the scoring distribution between the front court and the back court players tonight for the Lakers.
And they haven't needed a whole lot of work done inside because of what their guards are doing. It's been an outstanding performance by the fellas in that backcourt.
And so the timeout by Will Hardy here. He's going to take this chance to talk to his guys.
A moment now to see the stats for Yusuf Nurkic, how he did last season. He was around 9 points per last year, 8 rebounds and 2 assists. Well, fans of this team will take this kind of production from him without hesitation.
I'll tell you, he has been a solid contributor. They have called his number, and he has delivered for them.
Now,
in the Western Conference.
9 points in the
You
game
look at
so
the
far.
Warriors. Here in the early going, they're in 8th place.
For him right now.
Well, I think for Golden State, they
this is
wanted to
where you
get better.
hope that he can
They're
find
putting in the
something
work.
easy so
Maybe
he
the
can see
results
the
will
ball
start
go
coming
through the net.
later in the
And
year.
let's go to the
This is a
sideline.
team that
Here's
has
Allen.
some talent, but they're
The
still
NBA studies
searching for
other
that
leagues.
consistency
Commissioner
night in
Adam
and
Silver
night
said, "I'm
out.
a fan
A
of
look
what
at
baseball
Indiana's
did with
starting
the pitch
group.
clock and the size
Siakam
of
and
bases,
Jackson playing
increasing
together
the
in the front court.
engagement and the entertainment
Neesmith out
value
there
of
with
the game.
Andrew Nimhart.
If they're
And
able
it's
to make
Walker
changes,
in at the
certainly
3,
we shouldn't be
the
afraid
small
to do the
forward.
same.
Shams, a
Back to you guys.
remarkable run for Indiana last season. Had them
we thank you very
tantalizingly
much.
close to the
Now,
franchise's
Nurkic,
first ever
after
NBA
Marcus
title.
Smart missing on that
Against
last
all odds,
3-pointer.
too, BA. They make it to
Lockdown
Game
rim
7 of the
protection
NBA
from a
Finals,
rising
only to
at the
suffer the gut
exact
punch of Tyrese
right
Halliburton's
moment
Achilles
to
injury.
deny that
But you can
basket.
never, ever question the resilience of this Pacers team.
And you can't question the heart of Tyrese Halliburton either, huh?
BA, he will be back. I'm sure of it. And he'll probably be
Down to
better
5 on the
than
shot clock.
And the foul called on
Three-pointer,
Draymond
Markkanen.
Green.
At some
That's his
point,
first foul.
you start to think about getting others involved. It has been a struggle.
About a minute into this first quarter.
Nimhart
Nimhart outside.
And so George will bring it up for the Utah Jazz.
Drives to the hoop. Hands it from short
They
range.
can use a bucket.
But what a steady
Nurkic.
presence offensively and a very
He's hit
difficult
again,
player
and he
to
sinks the
game
layup.
plan for.
Nurkic has got his second
Outside
best.
to Jemski.
And that
Back to
solid
Curry.
play in the paint continues
Pass to Butler.
here, guys.
It's Pajemski on the wing.
Excellent D there from Markkanen.
Green, a
Most
screen.
defenses want
Releases.
to protect the paint
Pajemski
first.
shot
Great
is
job
good.
there.
Defensively, you can't afford to get stuck on the pick.
Well, you just have to communicate those switches. If you don't,
And
it's on you.
with the basket on the assist.
Now here's
by Markkanen.
Siakam.
Nurkic
23
has got
points his last
third
outing.
bucket of the night.
Back to Nembhard.
Smart dishes to Ayton.
Hauled in by Curry. And so Curry will bring it up for the Warriors.
Smart
the Pacers
passes
beat
to
them last
Doncic.
time when these two met at Indianapolis.
And in their last
And a
game
wide
against
open
this
look for
club,
Hachimura.
turnovers
It's
really were
good
a
on the
problem for
putback.
them.
Well, they
And
have
the
to stay
Lakers lead by
aggressive,
21.
but protecting the
All the ways
basketball
Luka
is at the
Doncic can
top
score.
of the
If he gets to
whiteboard.
the
There's a
offensive window,
balance.
look
And
out.
let's send it over to Allie LaForce.
Head coach Steve Kerr and I got a chance to talk for a bit. We got to talking about Pascal Siakam.
Markkanen's
I'll be
got
honest,
18
I
points.
love his game,
Knocks
Coach
that
said,
one down.
but we have to
4
look for ways
triples
to
for the
stop
night.
him.
3 in
I'm
the
hopeful
first
we can
half.
disrupt his rhythm and push him off his spots. So not letting Pascal
Pass to
get what he
Reed.
wants is the game plan here. Back to you guys.
All right, Allie, thanks once again. Pajemski's shot is good.
This is exactly the start they were hoping for at the
That's a
offensive end.
floater go. And it's hauled
Neesmith
in by
passes to
Lauri
Siakam.
Markkanen. Chance
Here's
drilled by
Nembhard.
18.
He's covered by Curry.
Down
Walker,
low.
a screen on Kuminga.
Here's Nurkic.
Here's Siakam.
That falls. Nice
He's
speed
now
that
1
time
for
from
2
George.
with that bucket. And almost
George has
all
got
of the
assist number
lottery
5
picks
here
in this
tonight.
year's draft
I'll
coming
tell
out
you,
of
defender
college.
draped
Shams, what's
all
changed
over
over the
Yusuf
years?
Nurkic.
Yeah, these players in
Never
college are making
loses his
so much money. In
concentration. What a
some ways,
finish.
players
And
that are
so
going
J.J.
back to
Redick
school
will
at times
call a
are making
timeout.
just as
He's
much, if
gonna
not
have a
more money
discussion
than they
on the
would
sideline.
if they're being drafted. So the NIL money at play is the biggest story. Players no longer have to necessarily sacrifice their earnings. They can get the exposure. They can get the college experience. The big tournament. Also, they can get the big bag, the nice pocket change as well. So whether you stay in college or go to the NBA draft, whether you want to stay abroad, but in most cases enter college basketball, there's a lot of money there in NIL.
Game's popular as ever. And here are the Warriors now. After the basket by Indiana on the other end. Green with a screen on Jackson. Shot clock at 5. And it's hammered home by Green.
Well, that's just an excellent job by Green as the screener. First he sets it, then gets the scoring opportunity.
Here's the pick. To the right side. Here's Siakam. Here's Jackson. And there's 2. Work on the glass, paying off that time.
Attacking in the painted area. Clearly that was their game plan coming in.
Outside Pajemski. From outside the arc. And it won't go. His first miss. He's 2 of 3 now. Butler with a steal. Here we go. One-on-one.
And the Jazz making
Banked it in off the glass.
Colliers checked
And
in.
you have to admire how
here's the
Jimmy
2K
Butler
leaderboard with last
hustles,
season's top
particularly
rebounding team.
when there's an opportunity
Fifth, the
in
Jazz.
transition.
Well, they made
Outside
a huge
Neesmith.
commitment to rebounding last year, and it showed in the numbers. They were
Pass to Jackson.
spectacular.
Nembhard for 3. And the rebound goes to the Warriors.
He had more than enough room to hit that. Just couldn't make it happen.
Up top, Reeves.
Outside Curry.
Hachimura setting the pick for Reeves.
Oh, a clear foul
On the
there
wing,
on the
Doncic.
missed shot. So he'll get a pair at the line.
And
And
they double
that's
up
just
Doncic.
Curry doing what he does. Frustrating
Reeves, that's a
defense.
2-pointer.
It's his first trip to the
Rebound,
line.
Utah. Hendricks has got rebound number 7 for him tonight.
2 shots.
Inside, and he goes in for the dunk.
A power flush with a long hang on the rim at the end of that.
That could be a canvas
And
for
that
him.
one
It really
falls to
could.
Curry. And even as the NBA enters the
Here's
first year of its
Doncic.
lucrative new broadcasting deal, Shams, still plenty of
Hard kicks to
fixation on the
Hachimura.
ratings.
Yeah, and we've heard directly
On
from the
D,
league that
Reeves.
it's part of the
Number
culture
5
of the
goes in.
NBA
He's
to be
now 5 of 12
self-critical.
from the
I mean,
floor.
you look at the growth of the
That's 2
NBA year
triples
over
for
year.
him. 1 in the
Perhaps
first,
that
1 in the
restlessness
second.
is part of the reason why
Pass
the
to
league
Collier.
is thriving in a lot of
He
ways.
wants to get it to Nurkic.
They're going to find
And does.
innovative ways,
He
whether
doesn't have
it's
to go
TV
far to
deals,
get above the rim.
innovations in
Yusuf
social
Nurkic,
media,
easy work.
innovations with
Lakers
other
leading by
platforms
15.
continue to get the NBA out there.
Outside,
Well, one thing we
Smart.
know, they listen, and they
throws
never
it
stand
down.
still.
And
Pass
that's
to
a
Butler.
double-double for him now.
From 10 feet
11
away.
points and 13
That
rebounds.
shot off the mark.
What a
Oh, nice
connection
D from
DeAndre
Walker.
Ayton has with his
And
guys.
Walker's got
Great
the ball
timing
here
on the
for Indiana.
alley-oop.
Trailing by
No
5.
good.
They come into this
Nothing
one
seems to
following
be
a loss
going
to
his
Brooklyn.
way.
It seemed like they were forcing
Not at the
shots,
offensive
and
end,
the shooting
certainly.
percentage
He
reflected
cannot
that.
buy a
Well, they
bucket
just
right
never
now.
looked comfortable out there.
Now,
And part
here's
of that is
Doncic.
the defense.
He's got 25. Here's Hachimura. Good, and Smart gets the assist. Smart's got his 4th assist with that last one here tonight. George against Doncic. Nurkic setting the pick for George. The 10-footer. And he overshot that one, missing. LA has gotten the 3-pointer to fall to the tune of 50% here in the 3rd quarter. They've made 3 of 6. And now the fast break. George with the ball. And finished off by Nurkic.
Well, that's just about size right there. Big Nurk, get up and get down.
Doncic with it. Ayton a screen. The 3. Doncic no good. And out of bounds as the Lakers gain possession.
This is one of those nights. Mistake after mistake, a comedy of errors.
And some changes here for the Lakers. Jake LaRavia is checked in for Austin Reeves. And it's Dalton Connect in for Marcus Smart. And Utah with a change here too. Filipowski's checked in. Now here's Doncic to the paint. And Ayton the bucket on the assist by Doncic. Doncic has got his 5th assist in this one. Pass to Collier. Back to George. Fires for 3. Mikhailuk can't get it to go. Lakers leading by 20. Releases from 15, and the Lakers tack on 2 more.
How many times have we seen a possession like that from them today, ending with a basket coming off a pretty pass?
Here's Collier, and the officials will call the illegal screen right there.
You've got to do a better job of just taking care of the basketball. 4 points off of those turnovers.
And the Lakers with some changes. Hayes comes in for Rui Hachimura, and James subbed in for Luka Doncic. Here are the Lakers. They're on a 12-4 run right now. And connects, slams it in.
Boy, you have to be impressed with the offensive production. They have got it firing on all cylinders.
And at this point, it is their game to lose. They've done such a good job building the lead.
Up again. Pass to Filipowski. Buries it from 3-point range. Filipowski's got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game. Now here's Ayton. Back to James. Now lets it go from deep. No good on that one.
And even with good coverage defensively that time, he has confidence to drill the 3.
.124 left to play here in the 3rd. And so James will bring it up for the Los Angeles Lakers. Pass to LaRavia. And a miss there on the triple. Jazz trail by 21. Here's George. There's 53 seconds left to play in the 3rd. Sensabaugh can't nail the jumper.
And guys, you've heard of overpassing. Well, that shot was an example of underpassing.
Well, there's no doubt there were better options on the floor, but it certainly seemed like he had his mind made up.
And that one's good, Ayton.
Well, you can see, guys, how much confidence DeAndre Ayton plays the game with. This is especially so on the offensive end.
George with the bucket.
Boy, they'll take that possession. Nice finish in close.
Lakers leading by 21. 2 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. Outside, James. Pass to Ayton. Fires from 14. Doesn't go that time. And so it's Los Angeles with a 21-point lead to end the quarter. Their defense has been active and effective. We'll get you back to the action after this break. Here now a chance to show you our assist of the game, and it's presented as always by State Farm.
And I'm glad this was the pick because I love this pass. Such a great dish. That's what I call court vision.
Well, making the game easy for your teammates. All about putting them in a position to score. That's pretty.
And with the fourth quarter upon us, time is running out for this game to become competitive. And so in the game for the Jazz, Markkanen is out there with Bailey. Then there's Kyle Filipowski. Then it's Collier. And it's Sensabaugh in at the 2-guard. Here's Collier. DB, we saw a move by the league to let a little bit more contact go. Have they been consistent with that, or do you see some backpedaling at all?
I don't see any backpedaling at all. I think maybe the area where you most see this manifest is the point of attack dribble. That first dribble, defenders are really able to attack defensively. Listen, this is a hard thing. You want to bring more physicality back, but you've got to do it carefully.
To the left side wing. We've played just over 1 minute here in the fourth quarter. From deep three-point territory, Vanderbilt with the rebound.
A shot like that is a polite way to say, hey, coach, bench me.
And funny thing is, if that doesn't get you benched, I have no idea what would.
Here's Reeves. Rebounded by the Jazz. And we're about 2 minutes into the fourth quarter now. And he's going up for the alley-oop. And he drops in the layup off the glass. Bailey's got the fourth quarter started here with a bucket for the Jazz. Los Angeles leading by 19 points. Now Reeves. Pass to connect. Pulls from the top of the key. Filipowski grabs the board. Filipowski's got his 5th rebound right now in the game. It's rebounded by Hayes.
Just tremendous defensive determination right there. Refuses to allow the easy two.
Los Angeles with another miss. Jazz trail by 19. They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket. Yeah, heard the whistle and then kept his focus and able to still knock it down.
And a moment to look at the scoring approach in terms of where the points are coming from for the Lakers.
One shot. I like this throwback approach they're taking, looking to score high percentage shots in the paint. And so far, it's working.
And you also have to love the way they've gotten out and run in transition. A ton of good chances tonight simply from being willing to run the floor.
And so it's Hachimura who brings up the ball for the Lakers. Nothing doing offensively yet for them in the fourth. Up top, Doncic. He's guarded by Markkanen. Doncic with the bucket.
This has been one of the most elite, consistent scorers since he entered the league. Luka in the house.
Pass to Sensabaugh. And Filipowski now top of the key. Here's Collier. Hits the jumper in space.
And the lack of effort to fight over the screen there makes that an easy shot.
You know, we see this all the time. You're basically, as a defender, hoping the man misses rather than putting in the work to get over screens.
Now here's Hayes. Back to Hachimura. Pass to Doncic. Over Collier. Doncic, no good. Jazz trail by 17. And here is Markkanen. Here's Collier. Here's Sensabaugh. A three-pointer off the mark. Los Angeles has gone 0-3 so far in the fourth quarter from long range. And it's Doncic missing. For Utah, they've gone 3 of 7 from the floor in the fourth. That's a 42% mark in the quarter. Tipped away. Throws it up high, and Hayes throws it down.
Well, the selflessness of Luka Doncic on display. He loves getting his teammates involved.
Utah is shooting about 43% here in the fourth quarter. Here's Collier, guarded by Doncic. Outside, Markkanen. Just 5 to shoot. Pass to Nurkic. Here's Collier. Another miss by Utah.
I mean, apparently he still has the green light to shoot threes, but he is in an absolute funk right now.
Back to Hachimura. Now here's Hayes. Nice ball movement here by the Lakers. Here's Laravia. No good on the three. Jazz trailed by 19. Here's Collier, and the call is going to be, yes, it is, an illegal screen.
And not the most common call you'll see in the NBA, but hard to argue that pick wasn't illegal.
It is really difficult to get your feet completely set, to stay completely still. It's almost surprising to me that it isn't called more often.
Ayton, he's checked in for Jackson Hayes. And Ayton, the bucket on the assist by Reed. And here are the Jazz now. So far in the fourth quarter, they've allowed just 6 points. Pass to Hendricks. His three-pointers off the mark. Los Angeles leading by 21. Here's Reeves. Laravia finds Reeves. And another basket for the Lakers.
Boy, Austin Reeves is a handful in that mid-range area.
George passes to Nurkic, and that one good.
And he has starting to turn it on now after that slow start.
Pass to Laravia. Nurkic against Ayton. Now Doncic puts up a deep three. Hendricks pulls it in. Hendricks has got 9 rebounds now tonight. LDB, something that never seems to go away during the season is chatter about trades.
And Kevin, what makes this so interesting is that very often fans of this league are as interested in trades, who's coming and going, as they are in the results of their team. It's a little intrigue that everybody wants a piece of.
And it's George missing. Lakers leading by 21 to the middle. Here's Doncic. And Doncic throws it down.
Just another ho-hum, brilliant offensive performance from Luka Doncic.
Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
Markkanen from outside. Rebounded by the Lakers. Doncic has got double-digit rebounds now in the game. Here's Laravia. He's guarded by Markkanen. The three for Doncic. Utah with the rebound. Markkanen's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Pass to Nurkic. Here's Mikhailuk. He's defended by Reeves. Here's Hendricks. And here's George. Doncic with the steal. Inside. The fadeaway. Again, Los Angeles.
I like how Hachimura plays a controlled basketball game. He takes his shots where they're available.
Here's Mikhailuk. From outside, off the mark. The Lakers on offense. They're on a 12-4 run right now. Hachimura with it. And Doncic gets it to go. Doncic has got 13 points here in the second half alone. George against Doncic. George passes to Hendricks. And once again, off the mark by Utah. Reeves outside. Now Hachimura. Beyond the arc. Hands it from downtown.
Yeah, they're rolling right now. That lead
continues to grow.
And one of the things that's helped that is they're getting it done on both ends. Terrific focus on offense, and they're locked in defensively.
Now, here's Nurkic. It's stolen by Hachimura. Here's LaRavia. He's guarded by Markkanen. Oh, Ayton in position. Hammers the alley-oop through.
Well, the offensive game will round into shape over time, and it's absolutely critical that DeAndre Ayton look to score as much as possible.
Here's George. Shoots over Doncic. George, no good.
This is what you call trying to shoot your way out of a slump, and I'm not sure that's the best approach right now.
And so it's going to end up in the record books as a blowout, a dominating performance for the Lakers.
What an effort in the transition game we've seen tonight from these guys. Really pushed the ball, and I think in doing so created a lot of pressure on the defense.
Definitely had a huge edge, and this is their DNA. When they run the ball and dictate the flow of the offense like we've seen here, these are the kinds of games they can have.
And with this effort tonight, grabbing their 8th win of the year. And what a tremendous standout performance it was for Luka Doncic.
Well, I think his contribution clearly came at the defensive end, right? He came up with a bunch of huge steals. He was a menace all night long.
Now, Doncic, after Lauri Markkanen misses from long range. Misses the three.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
16 seconds left in the fourth. 6 to shoot. From deep, George, and the three ball is good.
Boy, how about the timing, the delivery? That is exactly how you set a teammate up.
And so it's the Lakers taking care of business here. They poured it on tonight. Dominant showing in front of a crowd that loved every minute of it.
And, you know, this game could really be a defining one for what they can do when they are playing at their best. I mean, being here at home no doubt helps, and the execution was flawless.
Now let's send it over to Allie LaForce on the sideline with